Hi, it's Benji on Benji 84.0. In this video, I'm going to briefly discuss career women. You might be thinking to yourself, how has he got hundreds of subscribers and yet there's not much content up on his channel? That's because this is a relaunch. This is not the first content I've ever made. Anyway, this is going to go, this video is going to go in my series, Red Flags to Look Out For in Women. Now, there are two sides to this. This is not a specific subject I've discussed before. I am going to talk about the minuses and what positives there are with career women as a straight man, like such as myself and such as most of my audience. A straight man who might be looking for a possible romantic relationship with a woman. Now, the thing with career women is they want their cake and eat it too. It's a phrase I use a lot. And essentially, they make bad, if not terrible, mothers. Now, there are two sides to this. If you are a man and it's important to you to have a family, have at least one offspring, if not more, with a woman, a career woman is a terrible idea. It's not going to work because, as I say, career women want their cake and eat it too. Career women want it all. Well, we all have only one life and it is not possible to have it all in one life. Choices have to be made. We have to make choices. Now, I'll come to myself in a minute and my position on this. However, I'm going to emphasize this. As I said, I will keep this quick. This is important and I've never ever discussed this before. All the videos I've made over the years, I've never discussed this topic specifically. As I say, this will go in my series, Red Flags to Look Out For in Women, or Red Flags in Women, or Women's Red Flags, whatever I have called that playlist. And this series overall, this is an ongoing series now. If, as I just said, and I'll say again, as a man, it's important to you, or crucial to you, critical to you, to have at least one offspring, if not more, with a woman, have a family like that. A career woman, it's not going to work. Career women make terrible mothers. They do. At the very least, they make bad mothers. Within a year of the baby being born, they'll be back to work. An extreme example will be now I've seen Sex in the City. I've seen all the seasons and both films. And I've seen all of it, or most of it, more than once. Not through choice and not on my own, okay, in female company. And at least one of the characters in that, in fact, at least two of them, one of them has offspring, right? The red-headed character, whatever her name is, she has offspring by the end. And essentially the the nanny raises the offspring. And because she's a career woman, they're all career women in Sex in the City. Now, all right, that's fictional. However, it's extremely influential, that show. That's not the point of this video. I have brought it up, though. It's extremely influential. It influenced more than one generation of women. Sex in the City ran from the late 90s to the mid-2000s. The movies were released over 10 years ago now. However, they're extremely influential, aspirational to deluded, effeminist, wannabe career women. Okay, they make bad mothers. Within a year, they're back at work. They don't really raise their own kids, their own offspring. They're more concerned about, having it all. And as I say, it is not possible in life to have it all. At best, any one of us lives for quite a few decades and that's it. And none of us are guaranteed that, obviously. I will say it, though. Choices have to be made in life. It's as simple as that. You literally cannot have it all. Choices have to be made. So if it is important to you as a man to have a family involving offspring, one or more offspring with a woman, a career woman is a terrible idea. It's not going to work. You're going to have a nightmare. You're going to have a nightmare if you're watching my type of content and agreeing with me. If you're watching, as a man, you're watching my type of content, my content specifically, and other content, my content specifically, as a man, if you're watching my content specifically and you want to have, and you agree with me, or at least some of what I say, and you want to have not a family with a woman involving one or more offspring, a career woman is a terrible idea. Don't do it. It's not going to work. Okay. I am red pill. this is a red pill channel. It's mainly men that watch me, mainly straight men such as myself that watch me, although everybody's welcome, and others do watch me as well. Some women watch me, and they're welcome as well. You're welcome as well, ladies. Now there's a flip side to this with career women. I've never wanted offspring. At best, I'm interested in dating a woman, and seeing her 2, maybe 3 times a week, and then we do our own thing, not seeing other people romantically, however, conducting our lives on our own, and then seeing each other romantically 2, maybe 3 times a week. Now, a career woman, that might, because I don't want offspring, and a career woman that doesn't want offspring either, and hasn't got any, that's key. All right, now that's a topic for another video. It's something I've talked about extensively in the past, and I'll talk about it again in the future, not for this video. However, I'm a man that doesn't want offspring and doesn't have any. A career woman who doesn't want offspring and doesn't have any of her own, that's key. That might work for me. A female, a sportswoman, a female athlete, maybe an actress, a performer. Now, I understand there are a lot of red flags inherent in women from the performance side of things, inherent. However, that's a choice that I will or will not make if the opportunity arises. So a career woman, that could work for me. And being a sportswoman, a professional sportswoman, that's a career. A professional actress or singer or dancer, again, entering dangerous territory there, that's a career. That can work for me because I don't want offspring. I don't want that. Like I say, at best, I want to date a woman and see her 2, maybe 3 times a week. And maybe exceptional circumstances, maybe take a break away together, that type of thing. However, most of the time, conduct our own lives, again, not seeing anyone else romantically, exclusively romantically, however, not living together and not seeing each other all the time, not getting married and not having offspring. So a career woman could work for me. Just to sum up here, however, if as a man, gentlemen watching this, if as a man it's important to you to have offspring with a woman, have a family like that, a career woman is not going to work, okay? So for you gentlemen who want a family that involves having offspring with a woman, avoid career women at all costs, I'll say. A big red flag to look out for. So if you like the video, make sure you hit the like button and give it a thumbs up. Share it with someone if you think they might get something from it. Subscribe, and when you do, ring the notification bell. Comment. This is Benji on Benji 84.0. Hasta pronto.